Today, we are going to put Derrick Henry back in the college football rosters and see if he could go get Alabama Crimson Tide a national championship, and will he win Heisman? And we all know that Derrick Henry is the king of running that ball, so you better watch out. But as you can see, he is nowhere to be found on the Heisman list, so he has work to do. Going into our first game against Virginia Tech, Derrick Henry has to prove that he is a Heisman contender, so the first play of the game, he absolutely will take it all the way to the crib. And I'm not going to lie to you, that run right there might just say it all for the season. He is gonna turn up, but oh my god, he almost broke his back. But on 4th and 4, as you can see at inside zone, boom, juke, oh my god, he spent it to the end zone for 6. When I say that's how you come out to a game intense, that's how you do it. And on 3rd and 4, he catches that ball out of the backfield, and he was short of the end zone. But on 2nd and 11, get off of me, that's how you throw somebody to the ground, run somebody over, and work for those yards. But on 2nd and 4, throws them again. Boy, get off of me, you own on that ground, boy. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the way that Derrick Henry is playing, he's definitely gonna be a Heisman. But on 2nd and 10, he had a stretch play, hits that outside, and they got lucky he stepped out. But he goes on to get player of the game with 3 total TDs. On to our next game against number 4, 2-0 Texas A&M. I was on that special teams, and Derrick Henry, oh my god, that boy started off intense. Juke, get back up that sideline, and that's how you score points on special teams. I'm telling you, every position on that field is reliable, and you can do it all. But on 2nd and 3, as you can see, he hits that outside, but he will get brought down. And on 1st and goal, he punches it up that hole, and he was fired up early. But on 1st and 10, he catching that ball out of that backfield. I'm not gonna lie, for a running back, that's good to do, but he fumbled the ball. That's something that you cannot do, so he turned it up a notch. Bam, get off of him. And on 1st and 10, he bends that corner, breaks a tackle, and woo, he about broke another one. But he goes on to get player of the game with 2 total TDs. On into our next game against Colorado State, and coach has always told Derrick Henry, when you are going against lesser men, you treat them as such. And on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry will hit that outside, and what he's gonna do, he's gonna treat them like lesser men and take it all the way to the crib. But on 1st and 10, he hits that hole, and woo, that's what I'm talking about, baby. And just look at him. Was absolutely tying at the defender while he goes all the way for 6. I mean, this kid is special. But on 3rd and 12, he will hit that inside zone up the middle, and he will almost get in for 6. But on 3rd and goal, he punches it in and thanks his O-line. Being the versatile running back that Derrick Henry is, he catches out of the backfield, and bam, that's how you flat iron somebody. But on 3rd and 1, as you can see, he bounces that outside again, and will he bend that corner? No, he will not. He will step out of bounds, but he ends the game off with 3 rushing TDs. But when those night lights cut on, Derrick Henry is gonna turn up. Going into our next game against Ole Miss, I mean, just look at the speed that he has. He hits that sideline, and he will take it all the way for 6. But on 1st and 10, he runs the inside zone right up the middle. I mean, what was Ole Miss defense doing? Now, I know what they were doing. They cannot hold Derrick Henry, so they didn't do anything. But on 1st and 10, guess what? He bounces outside, follow his blocks, and he could, and he would. Boom! Oh my god! Go in for 6. I mean, when Coach Nick Saban talked to us before the game, he said, you guys got to come out here and give them their first L, so they are not going to play easy. You have to come out hard, because it's gonna be a dogfight. But on 2nd and 15, as you can see, Derrick Henry, oh my god, he hurls up, breaks the tackle, and then he gets brought down. But on 1st and 10, oh my god, you can weaving up that middle, bam, and running people over, staying on his feet, and almost going all the way for 6. But guess what? He breaks the school rushing yard record already. But on 2nd and 10, oh my god, just look at the speed that he has and how he bends that corner, but they will bring him down. And guess what? We go on and win the ball game. That's how you give them their first L. But Derrick Henry goes on to end the game off with 4 total TDs. On to our next game against 2-2 Georgia State. It's time to give them their first L. Let's do it. And on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry absolutely spins, breaks a tackle, and get brought down. But on 3rd and 6, he catches out of that backfield, runs him over, jukes and weaves up that field, and he could and he would get brought down again. But on 1st and 10, that's how you bam, hit it right up the middle, run somebody over and go in for 6 and get yours. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, Derrick Henry bends that corner again and juke. Oh my god, what was that defender doing? He looked crazy out there. But on 3rd and 13, as you can see, it was a screenplay. Derrick Henry catches it out of the backfield, and oh my god, he hurdles up in that. Coach Nick Saban told him about hurdling up like that. He said, son, we need you, and you can't get hurt. You absolutely can't. But on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry will hit it outside, and he bend that corner and dive for 6, and he was absolutely fired up. Going into the next one on 1st and 10, bam, oh my god, that was a great block by the O-lineman, and Derrick Henry almost stiff arms his way into the end zone. But on 2nd and goal, he will muscle up and get get in there. On first and goal, as you can see, he had a jet option, and Derrick Henry will take it to that end zone and absolutely celebrate. But guess what? He goes on to get player of the game with 6 total TDs. On to our next game, boom, against 2-3 Kentucky. That's how you start off intense. And on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry has a jet option, and oh my God, he almost broke loose. The whole power almost couldn't get him down. But on 2nd and 1, he absolutely throws him off of him and hits that sideline. And when he hits that sideline, there is no catching him. He was absolutely fired up and said, "This is my ball, and I'm taking it home tonight." But on 1st and 10, that's how you hit the hole. And oh my God, Derrick Henry will go the distance and go all the way for 6 and kick the door down. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, he had a counter play, bounces it outside, and he will get pushed out of bounds. But on 1st and goal, he will punch it up, and oh my God, he absolutely obliterated that defender. We're going to win the ball game, and he ends the game off with 3 total TDs. On to our next game against 4-3 Arkansas. I'm not gonna lie, Derrick Henry is absolutely having an outstanding season already, and it's only game 7, but he is gonna keep turning up. But on 1st and goal, he absolutely punches it up the middle for 6, and on 1st and goal, he punches it in again for 6. I mean, every time we get to the goal line, Coach Saban already knows who to give that ball to, and that's Derrick Henry. But on 1st and 10, bam, oh my God, he absolutely obliterates him, bounces it outside, and he will carry you on his back because he is that man. But on 3rd and 3, bam, get off of him, and he will dive for 6 and turn up with his teammates because he said, "We're going to keep running this scoreboard up." But on 2nd and 14, we have a jet option. Derrick Henry breaks a tackle. He will get up the sideline. Bryce Young would not make the block, so he gets pushed out and throws the ball because he was kind of angry. On 1st and 10, Derrick Henry with a burst of speed will go all the way for 6, and he gets player of the game with 3 total TDs. Going into the next game against one of our rival teams, Tennessee, and they are 7-0. It's time to give him that first L. And I mean, Derrick Henry, I don't know why he spit move. He should have just ran through him like he did the first one. But on 2nd and 4, as you can see, he bounces it outside and beats him with speed, and he has about 2 men to beat. And will he do it? Yes, he will. He will throw him to the ground because he's a grown man. Here, as you can see, on 2nd and 6, he absolutely hits that hole and makes that defender miss. I mean, he needs to be taken out of the game because I don't know what he was doing. He absolutely can't stick Derrick Henry. I mean, what? Get it together, son. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, Derrick Henry will bounce it outside, and he almost got tired and tripped over himself in the rain. But guess what? He stayed on his feet and kept going all the way for 6. But on 1st and 10, I mean, every time he touched that ball, it's something bad gonna happen. Yes, it is, and it's him striking to that end zone with bad intentions every time. But on 2nd and 6, as you can see, he catches that ball out of the backfield. Bam! He will carry you into the end zone and talk to the cameras and say, "Let's go." And he gets player of the game with 5 total TDs. On to our next game against 3-6 LSU. These are lesser men. Boom! Oh my God! As you can see, he booms him, and he could get up that field with bad intentions, but oh my God, there is a flag on the play, and JoJo Earl was clipping. Come on, man, you gotta be better than that. So on 2nd and 4, Derrick Henry put it in his own hands and said, "Guess what? He's gonna hurdle and take it all the way to the crib again since the first one got called back." And on 1st and 10, as you can see, he hits that hole again, breaks another tackle. He broke 2 of them. And will he make this man miss? He will run through him. He didn't make a miss. He absolutely boomed over him. But on 1st and 10, oh my God, he absolutely got boomed, and he did not like that at all. But on 1st and goal, he will punch it in, and he was absolutely fired up and kind of pissed off because he got hit so hard. But he absolutely breaks a tackle and goes in with another TD. And on 1st and 10, juke, oh my God, where are they going? Did they lose their ankles? Yes, they did. Derrick Henry goes all the way for 6, and he was fired up. He gets player of the game with 5 total TDs. Somehow, some way, we lost our rank number 1, and now we're ranked number 2, so that's just gonna make us come out even more intense. And as you can see, that boom, he ran right through him, and he did not get in the end zone. I mean, guess what? He broke Barry Sanders' record. I mean, is that amazing? I mean, he broke his record. But on 1st and 10, as you can see, it was an inside zone, but he bounces it back out, follow his blocking, keeps up that sideline, and he will get brought down. But on 2nd and 13, he has a jet option, bounces it outside, and he could and he would dive for 6. But on 1st and 10, absolutely breaks a tackle in the backfield, and could he make a miss? No, he will not. I mean, they rallied to that ball. But on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry will hit it right up that middle, and could and would go all the way for 6. And on 2nd and 5, he has a counter, bounces it back out left. I mean, that score 35-25, but guess what? Derrick Henry wants to run it up some more, and he will take it all the way to the house. And he was absolutely absolutely fired up. He said, "Coach, I'm hungry. Feed me." And on first and goal, bam, that's how you run him over and go get another one. He gets player of the game with 4 TDs. Going into our next game, this team right here is absolutely, bam, get on that ground, son. Lesser man than us. But on 3rd and 11, Derrick Henry absolutely catches a pass out of the backfield. Absolutely dunks on the defenders. That's embarrassing if I was on defense and you got did like that from a running back. Bam, gets ran over and I will carry you on my back. But on 2nd and 2, Derrick Henry will punch it in for 6. And on 1st and 10, he bounces it back outright, will bounce it back up the field, and just look, it's nowhere near him. I mean, just look at the speed. He might just run a 4 flat. But oh my God, he was absolutely fired up. And on 1st and 10, that's how you hit it up the middle. Juke and weave. Oh my God, where are the defenders? Watch him get out of the screen. They are not catching Derrick Henry. That man is special, mama. But as you can see, on 1st and goal, he will punch it in with another one. He absolutely turned up. He gets player of the game with 5 total TDs. After balling out for a couple games, Derrick Henry is definitely on that Heisman watch now. And on 2nd and 8, he took it to the crib and told them boys, y'all better hold me back because I'm breaking out of that cage. But as you can see, he gets a sweet play, hits that outside, and he will outrun this defender. And he has one man to beat to the end zone, and he tries to run through him, but the dude absolutely laid on him. But he has an inside zone, runs it right up the middle for 6. He runs it up the middle again, juking and weaving, breaking tackles. No, he will not. He will get brought down. And on 3rd and 6, he hits that hole, and oh my God, that's how you lower your shoulder. But on 1st and 21, he bounces it outside. That was the inside zone that turned into a counter. Oh my God. But as you can see, he will take it all the way for 6, and he's absolutely turned up. But on 2nd and 3, boom, he almost tried to get in that end zone, and he on 2nd and 1, he punches it in, gets player of the game with 4 total TDs. Going into the SEC Conference Championship game, the Tennessee Vols, they wanted their revenge, and on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry absolutely breaks a tackle, and he could and he would go all the way for 6 to start the game off. And on 1st and 10, he bounces it outside again. I mean, he turns the inside zone to an outside zone every time, and I mean, just look at the speed that he has. He takes it all the way to the crib. But then 1st and 10, as you can see, he hits it up the middle, breaks one tackle, bounces it back outside, and I mean, he having a marvelous game. He's trying to go for Heisman and even more. I don't know what he's trying to go for, but he's trying to break records. But as you can see on kickoff, boom, that's how you lay somebody out. And on 2nd and 3, this is how you hit it right up the middle, run him over, and absolutely have one man to beat and out. Oh, he almost outran him, but he did not. And on 2nd and goal, he will run it in for 6. But on 1st and 10, he absolutely runs it up that middle and goes in with another one. And I'm not gonna lie, for SEC Conference Championship game, we blowing these cats out. I mean, it's 49-28, and Derrick Henry said he wanted some more. Bam, get off of me. He goes in for 6, and guess what? We are SEC Conference champions. And into the national championship game, it's raining, and Derrick Henry kind of doesn't like the rain. Bam, that's how you catch a balance and run somebody over. But he's still gonna perform the best ability that he can, and on 1st and 10, he absolutely hits it up the middle. Oh my God, that's how you run through 2 people, and he was keeping his balance all game. I mean, he was losing his balance and then regaining it and running through others as well. But on 1st and 10, he will dive for 6. I mean, he's gonna have an outstanding game. And on 2nd and 6, this is how you outrun somebody and go all the way and dive for another one. But on 1st and 10, Derrick Henry will bounce it outside, and will he leave them again? No, he will not. He would get pushed out of bounds. But Coach Nick Saban goes on and wins another natty, and Derrick Henry does as well. And guess what? Derrick Henry is the Heisman with 5,111 all-purpose yards. Oh my God. But as you can see, we have completed the challenge. Derrick Henry has won a national championship, and he's won a Heisman trophy. Up in the comments down below if you enjoyed this video.